12th, on the 13th, the Nikon Safaricom live concert, and then on the 14th and 15th, there's going to be an air show at the Wilson Airport for those people, of course, who want to see how far we have come in terms of our air. Okay, of course, there'll be an air show at the Wilson Airport. So that is the program that has been given by the Secretariat that is organizing the Kenya at 50. So one thing that we must note is that there's a lot of partying and celebration. We have come so far, 50 years on, but the organizers are saying it's not all about partying and celebrating. We're also looking at how far we have come and how long we have to go. After Kenya at 50, what next in terms of education, in terms of health, in terms of infrastructure? It is a time to also reflect at how far we have come and how much more we need to do so that in the next 50 years we can be celebrating more achievements, you know, in terms of all the aspects that we've mentioned: infrastructure, health, and education. So from today, as I said, Kenya, put on your party shoes, if I could quote Dr. Hassan Wario, and begin celebrating how far, of course, we've come as a country. Mokazi, we will be keeping you up to date. I must mention that Citizen TV will be live at this event throughout the evening from about 5 p.m. Of course, we will have our 7 o'clock news from here and our 9 o'clock, and we will continue from then on until midnight when the flag is hoisted in replica of 1963, when the fireworks go at midnight, and all the way we will be able to keep you up to date for those people who will not be able to make it here at Uhuru Gardens as we begin the Kenya at 50 celebrations. But for now, Mokazi, it's back to you in studio.
Jam-packed schedule there, program, and of course one thing, if you got it right, she talked about their surprises. Now I love surprises. I don't know about you, but from 5 p.m. you don't want to miss it. If you can make it to Uhuru Gardens, the time is 2 p.m. okay, so get there, be prepared. But the whole day, I tell you, Citizen Television, we are awake throughout. Now in the meantime, we want to focus on other stories. The Court of Appeal will this afternoon determine whether the planned by-elections for the Bungoma Senate seat and Nyaribari Chache parliamentary seat will proceed next week as scheduled. A three-judge bench sitting in Kisumu, presided by Justice David Maraga, will make a ruling on the fate of the two polls at 2:30 and 3 p.m. respectively. Francis Gashuri gives us the details.
After weeks of arguments and counter-arguments by the legal teams representing various parties, focus this afternoon shifts to the three-judge Court of Appeal bench to determine whether voters in Bungoma County and Nyaribari Chache constituency will be going to the polls next week. CODCO Principal Moses Wetangula lost the Bungoma Senate seat after his election was nullified by High Court Judge Francis Gikonyo following a successful petition filed by his opponent Musikari Kombo. The three-judge Court of Appeal bench, presided by Judge David Maraga, said it would deliver a judgment this afternoon and issue a more comprehensive judgment on the 31st of January, outlining reasons and legal procedures that will inform the court's decision. Kombo, in his petition, claimed that Wetangula corruptly influenced voters in the run-up to the Bungoma Senate seat and that there were errors in the votes tally. The chamber will also determine whether Nyaribari Chache constituents will go to the polls on Thursday next week. The High Court sitting in Kisii nullified the election of ODM's Chris Bichage. Campaigns have been going on in Bungoma and Nyaribari Chache, and if the Court of Appeal determines that the by-election will go on, the electoral body IEBC indicates that it has prepared for the exercise. Francis Gashuri, Citizen at 1.
All right, of course, world over we are celebrating the life of the South African icon Nelson Mandela. And yesterday, yes, we had the memorial service. Today we have the viewing of the body. This is actually happening live. The body has been lying in state and it will be doing so for the next 3 days. Of course, today Mandela family members, government officials and world leaders have been able to pass by the coffin, and more are even expected to do so. And so far it's not very clear whether it is an open or closed casket. casket viewing, but as you can see, people are basically just going round looking at it. Cameras have been banned. You cannot use cameras inside the viewing area. And of course, each day Mandela's coffin will be driven back to one military hospital to be held overnight. And then of course Mandela's body will be flown Saturday, that is on Saturday, to Kunu, his home in the Eastern Cape province, and he will later be buried on Sunday. All right, back home, climate change is expected to worsen current pressure on water resources. This is according to the Cabinet Secretary in the Ministry of Environment, Water and Natural Resources, Professor Judy Wahungu. Now, the Cabinet Secretary made the remarks during the opening ceremony of the 3rd East African Young Water Professional Conference held at the Kenya School of Monetary Studies. Change in the climate is expected to lead to the reduction of water availability, power potential and a change in seasonal flow in some regions.
Also works with water utilities here in Kenya. 2011 led organization of this conference. I would like to take this special opportunity.
Boosting water and energy use efficiency through investment in relevant technologies and infrastructure are critical pathways to achieving the Millennium Development Goals. The Government of Kenya, through the Ministry of Environment, Water and Natural Resources, is committed to this effort.
Now, while other Kenyans are celebrating 50 years of independence, tension is still high in Maralal, Samburu County, as 2 people were killed, several others injured in another sporadic attack by unknown assailants. Now, those injured are admitted at Maralal County Hospital with bullet wounds. The Regional Red Cross Coordinator, Gitonga Mugambi, has appealed to the national government to restore peace in this unstable region.
Mke wangu alikuwa anapika na mimi nilikuwa napumzika tu. Sasa huenda ikawa hii watu walikuwa wanajifisha nyuma ya nyumba, wakawa wanastahili mahali tunakaa, wakapitisha bunduki hapo ndo wakatupiga risasi.
I still appeal to the government to restore and to ensure that this community, helpless people, they have peace, so that we stop losing very innocent lives.
All right, that's just about it for now. We're going to take a short break, but before that, a reminder of our feedback question. We're asking you, should the government give in to the demands of health workers so that we avert this strike that has entered its second day today? And looking at some of your comments, remember the number is 22422. That's 22422. Now, somebody says here, this is Nairobi, Leonard from Nairobi says, no, Constitution doesn't allow this, and we will not be absorbing every aspect of individual aspect. By the way, at the minute, our under-county and is working. Eunice from Nanyuki says, yes, the government should listen to health workers because they deserve it. And then another one here says, this is Martin from Kikuyu, says, yes, the health workers have a legitimate argument that cannot be dismissed. You don't just push health workers to county without a policy in place. And then this is G from Nairobi, says, no, Mwakazi, it's not the government that's refusing. Please report this correctly. It is the Constitution. We are in a devolved system. We made our bed, we must lay on it. Warudi kazi. Lives must not unnecessarily get lost. Okay, so that's just about it. And I tell you, we have about 4, 5, 6 pages of your comments, but keep them coming in because there will be something, some of them. Thank you so much indeed. Remember, should the government give in to the demands of health workers so that we avert this particular strike that has ended its second day? Send your comments. The number is 22422. We'll be right back.